Hello and welcome to the Business Level. In today's episode we are going to talk about sensory marketing. Sensory marketing is a very old strategy, but sensory marketing has always been invaluable. So, sensory marketing. What if we put it into a modern twist? Sensory marketing is playing on the senses, and the most used one is looks. For instance, when you enter a store, it's about the vibes that you feel. When you enter, for instance, let's say a full shopping mall, it's the experience that counts. If I go to a shopping mall here in Belgium, it's like a very blunt experience. If you go there, it's basic. It's like having one store and another store, but there is no coherent feeling. If you go to, like, for instance, let's say in Seoul, the Lotte Towers, and you go there, it's like a full experience. You have the full effect. One level is purely on very expensive clothing, another is on luxury cosmetics, etc. It's floor per floor. But here it's all the range. Like you can have, for instance, a hairdresser next to a shoe store, next to a clothing store, next to a gaming store. That's the experience you have here. So that's visual experience, one of the major things, and even in today's day and age, it's still one of the things that you can improve on. It's a modern strategy, even though the strategy is as old as the streets, as they would say. But another is smell. If you enter a store, do you like a store that doesn't smell nice, or do you like a store that has a familiar scent to it? That when you enter you can say, this is a PME store, or this is a store of Gucci. That's the kind of effect you want. You want to stay on the cognitive side of things. Another thing that we can talk about is touch. Nowadays, materials are getting more expensive. So a lot of brands, especially in the fashion industry, they are saving on which type of cloth they will use. But if you touch it, you feel that it's rough. You don't want rough clothing. You want something that's nice, soft to the touch, and that's also something that you can still work on. Don't go for a different quality. I'd rather have you put your prices something higher just so that you can have the same quality of goods. Another is sound. In multiple stores you won't hear any sound, but in some stores, like for instance, let's say a clothing store or a music store, you always have sound because it stimulates the brain. It makes you want to buy something. Other things can, for instance, also be the element of taste. Taste is an underrated element. Back in the day, when you went to, for instance, let's say a store, like here in Europe you have a lot of Carrefour, you have Koroyd, and you have others. If you go to Asia, you can say it's a 7-Eleven, in America as well. So it's a convenience store. But back in the day, each convenience store here had its own butchery, where you could get your charcuterie to put together with your bread. And when I was a little boy and I went to those stores, all the time you saw people say, here, try this. You got something to taste. It's an old strategy that has been lost, but now I see some companies doing the same. Let's say, for instance, Lamborghini. Lamborghini is a luxury brand for cars. For God's sake, for cars. But they know what's up. If you go to their stores and you want to buy a car, the first thing they ask you, sir, do you want a cup of coffee? And it's not ordinary coffee, no. It's a coffee made from a Lamborghini coffee machine in a Lamborghini cup. And the snacks are in the forms of the badges of a Lamborghini. That's taste together with touch, together with sight. 3 sensory elements all in one. That's the modern twist of sensory marketing. Don't think of the old, but think, how can I use this old strategy, put it into a modern jacket, and bring it to the people. This is the food for thought that I wanted to give you with this little episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for tuning in to the Business Level. See you in next week's episode. Bye.